James and Guy. So thank you, Dee and Sam, for asking me to speak today. I feel truly honoured. Chris Christoph, neighbour and friend extraordinaire. If you've got Chris and Fee in your life, you're doing something right. Our first meeting. So as Mike said, years ago, we met. They moved in next door to us. Lucky them. Following an all-night birthday party of mine, maybe the music went on a little later, 5 a.m. They were greeted very early by Nippy, smoking outside in a pink plaster cast on her arm, and more music. I met Chris later that day, a little jaded by his car, and I apologised for the slight disruption. Chris requested I show some respect, and my response, so sorry, I've never lived in a semi-detached house before. He never let me live it down. I don't know what I was thinking. But it was true. I'd lived in a flat, I'd lived in other houses, I'd never lived in a semi-detached. And if you're going to be attached to any other home, let it be Chris and Fee. Thankfully, from that point on, Chris and Fee were very much part of all of our parties, spontaneous. What did this entail? So, whether it was over the hedge, the fence, a glass of rosé, whether I was stood in the garden chair, chatting to Chris across the fence, putting holes in the furniture with stilettos, throwing my own stilettos at her window at midnight, crawling through hedges, it was always fun. Any social occasion and family gathering would see Chris and Fee on the guest list. They were always part and parcel of what we did, and just a joy to have in our life and in our team. Birthdays, neighbour gatherings, quite quickly, as Mike alluded to, we had neighbour regroups, and I remember the first time we'd known each other around 3 weeks. Chris was quite quickly rolling around in Mike and Marie's bed when we had the main course at their house. We were astounded and impressed by his ability to drink, get horrendously drunk and then maintain at this level.